Went and bought myself another Benchmade. This is the Mini Freek in s90v steel and carbon fiber handles. Now I've been running with this for just a few days, and I'll roll in a clip of all the damage that's been done to this knife. So you can see this edge is chewed up in quite a few spots. I've only been using it, as I said, a few days. Most knives, when I take them to work, they at least last a week, sometimes even longer. Maximum went about a month. ZDP 189 I think lasted about a month, and there's a few other knives that have held their own. Unfortunately, s90v just isn't one of them. I don't know if the high carbide count makes it more susceptible to damage or what the deal is. Now, I did sharpen it to a high polish. I used my diamond matrix stone for the Edge Pro to get an extremely high polish on it. I think this go around I'm going to leave it toothy. I didn't record the last time I sharpened this, so I figured I'd bring you guys along for this journey, and we'll see how this runs. My last sharpening of this guy, I took it on the silicon carbide stones all the way to 2500 grit. Then I used the Edge Pro Diamond Matrix 4K stone to polish it. This go around, we're just going to take it up to the 1K silicon carbide and leave it there. Now I've shown how chewed up that edge was. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. One issue I found with s90v is that when it creates a burr, it really likes to hang on to it. I found the burr to be extremely difficult to remove. Now I've already got the bevel set the way I want it. All I've got to do is sharpen it till that damage is out. Now, I've talked about this before. There's several ways you can remove damage like this. One way is to do it like I'm doing now, just sharpen at your normal angle until you've got all that damage removed. Another way you can do it is to invert the knife. That is, bring the knife at a really high angle like this and grind out all that damage. Once it's all removed, then drop your angle back to where you want the actual bevel to be and resharpen. I'm actually going to sharpen like I normally do, just keep the same angle until all that damage is taken out. I don't want to have to reset the bevel, just because, like I said, the burrs on this steel are a real pain in the ass to remove. So, my general thoughts about this steel so far, there's not much I like about it. It's, like I said, a little a little challenging to sharpen, and it takes damage, at least in my line of work, too easily. I think I've got all the damage removed. All I gotta do now is get rid of some of this burr. As you can see from the microscope shots, I completely missed the tip area. I still got that damage up there. So I'm going to real quickly concentrate on that, and then we're going to move on to the 1K. I've went over this before, but I'll touch base on it again. When I sharpen a tip, I got this from J. Davis. I go through my entire stroke. When I get down to the tip area, I know that's where I want to hold it, and I just concentrate in that area. I tend to move around the stone because I'm using quite a bit of pressure because it's such a small area, so I don't want that pressure concentrated in just one spot. So I try to move around the stone so I don't just wear out one particular area. Same thing on this side. Go through my whole stroke, get to that tip, and that's where I concentrate. Now it shouldn't take much. Matter of fact, I think I'm just about done. I'm going to look at it under the scope one last time. So as you saw, got the tip pretty much where I need it to be. There's just the slightest, very slightest amount of flatness right at the very tippity tip. I'll concentrate a little bit longer on the 1K stone before I finish, just to try to get that evened out, but I'm not super worried about it. So I picked up the Freek because I wanted to try s90v out, and I really like the size of this. So far, nothing else has really impressed me. I do continue to like the size, and I do like the carbon fiber look. Given the price of this knife, however, I would tell you to avoid it and go look at a mini Gritomatic. Find one in a configuration you like. This s90v just isn't all it's cracked up to be. Who knows though? Now that I'm going to leave it with a toothy edge, maybe I'll completely change my opinion of it. Maybe it doesn't like having a polished edge. I'm open to experiment. That's the whole point of all this. So I'll report back next sharpening and let you know my final thoughts on it. I'm going to concentrate on that tip and belly just a little bit, and we will get some final microscope shots, strop it up, and call it good. As usual, pressure through this whole process. It's just been the weight of my hands. Haven't added anything additional. So I want to use CBN emulsion. This is 2 micron to strop with. There's a few spots along the shoulder that it didn't quite get to. I think I'll point them out in the video for you. The tip was one of them. It's just a hairline of scratches that I didn't quite get down to. Not a problem though. That should be plenty. So the tip looks like it's got a little bitty spot. It's still got a little bit of damage that I didn't quite remove. It's so small though, I don't think it's going to pose a problem. It's not the knife's fault. I got some oil or something on the paper there. Feeling for any catches. And if feels clean. I'll do one cut test with the best tester. I'm just not super concerned with having this ultra sharp. Posterity though, we'll go ahead and give this a once over. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't really tell. Came out to 88. It's good enough for me. So here you can see the plunge line is starting to overlap. Right here you can see where I was talking about that shoulder. Not real sure what that is because it wasn't, I mean, when you look at it under the microscope you can see the scratches. I guess it's just another angle that I was holding inconsistently. Nice scratch pattern with the 1K stone. It's not reflective at all. I don't know what I did to the spine of the knife, but it's real jagged right here. I don't remember what I did there. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my first run with s90v on the camera. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. Y'all have a good one.